What is up, my dudes? Spaz here. Welcome to my channel, Arrowkey Gaming TV. Gonna watch some gameplay of me stealthing the new heist in the Armored Transport DLC, the train heist. Now, I apologize that this isn't live commentary. I had to do post-commentary because I made a big mental error, a lapse in brain activity. I had a giant brain fart. And while I was stealthing this, for some reason I miscounted the number of pagers I answered. And for some reason thought I was getting away with answering 5 pagers when I in fact wasn't. So the majority of my commentary was ruined because of me talking about that over and over. So now we just have to do some post-commentary. Now, before I give you some tips, tricks, and a few different strategies for this mission, I want to let you know that when I first attempted to stealth this, I had a strange thing happen. So I fully stealthed everything, right? And I'm starting to drill into the safes and patting myself on the back. Hey, I took down 6 guards. That's great. I've got this thing all wrapped up. But as soon as the second safe popped, I see an exclamation point. I run up there. I check it out. There's a bulldozer inside the second vault. Now, I killed the dozer and the cops were never alerted. And I was like, man, I just got away with one there. I don't know what the heck that was about, but we should be able to pop this third safe and be good to go, or third vault. Third vault pops as I'm bringing down ammo, some of the ammo shells to the boat. I look up, there's an exclamation point. Cops get alerted. Had to have been a guard in there, so I just restarted the mission because I want to be able to, or I wanted to do this 100% solo stealth, legitimate, no cheese, no pulling bags out of the side of the car, no just blasting civilians, so I just wanted to re-record it. So that should give you a heads up that this may not be possible to stealth solo all the time. Now, could we possibly take down 7 guards? Yes, technically we could be able to. In order to do that, though, we would have to perform a double intimidation at some point. Double intimidating isn't impossible or overly hard. It is just wonky and doesn't work all the time. So me personally, if I see 6 guards walking around at the beginning, I'm restarting because more often than not, there's going to be an additional guard inside the train car, and I just don't want to have to deal with trying to pull off a double intimidation. So with that being said, let's talk about just some quick tips, tricks, and things about this mission. In order to do this mission solo stealth, you must have Dominator and Joker within the mastermind tree. You need Dominator to intimidate guards, but since we have to take down 6 guards, you have to use Dominator to intimidate 1 guard, use Joker to convert him, freeing up a space to where you can now intimidate another guard, giving you a total of 6. As you'll see here in a second, after I take down this guy, this is my 3rd pager. In my live commentary, I thought this was the 4th. What I'm going to do after I answer this 3rd pager, I am going to go down and intimidate these last 2 guards walking around using the Dominator-Joker combination. Now, with this mission, actually, at first I was hesitant and didn't like the bottom area. I thought it was a pain in the butt. But honestly, if you are really patient, the bottom area might be a good place to take down all the guards because a lot of it has broken up lines of sight. So you can, you know, take down these guards with minimal risk, really, especially if they fall down or go underneath the bridge directly. Then nothing's going to be able to spot you from the edges of the train. The only thing that could potentially spot you is if a guard comes down while you're down there. But something to consider. Sometimes I would think if you were struggling, go ahead and try doing all the guards down on the bottom and then potentially work your way up. So as you're seeing here, I dominated this guy, but I'm going to convert him so that I free up that domination again to dominate this guy here. Other things to talk about or things to look out for while doing this, you need to pay attention where the civilians are in this mission. Typically they walk on the sides of the train. Sometimes they'll be up into the train yard or on top of the train. But just make sure that you're kind of aware of where they are, because the last thing you want to do is botch this just because some random civvy saw you. You don't have to zip tie all the civilians. I did in this walkthrough or playthrough of this heist. But you're more than welcome to shoot them. Sometimes it's easier to shoot them. Unless you're kind of like me. Occasionally I like to be a perfectionist and do everything I can to not, you know, kill cities and things like that. So once you get the thing fully stealthed, obviously look for the key cards on the civilians, and then you start crouching down next to the cars, looking through the cracks on the side of the cars to determine which ones have the safe. And then you wait for the thermal drill, start drilling, and you're good to go. Now, what I did here is I saved the jammer because I knew that there was going to be at least one more guard, and I wasn't sure if there was going to be one more inside one of the vaults. So I wanted to save a jammer to buy myself more time. And how I was going to buy myself more time, I decided that I would move all of the ammo shells first. I'm going to drill into those safes first, and if there aren't any guards, perfect. Because if there is one inside the vault guarding the turret, then I could throw down a jammer, buy myself a few seconds, kill the guard, and then, granted, the cops are going to be alerted, but I'm only moving the turret. I'm not moving 40 bags of ammo shells. So that's why I saved the turret for last and saved the jammer, as you will see. But other than that, guys, this mission's pretty much a standard stealthing mission. There's nothing really too particular to watch out for, really. It's just one of those maps that, you know, like with Framing Frame, or even some of the, you know, like the Bank Heist or Big Oil Day 2. It's just practice, getting familiar with the map, and you should be good to go. Now, a lot of you have asked me, is this better than Firestarter as far as the payout? Well, yeah, obviously it is, but in terms of farming for money, this is still not as good as Firestarter. The hell? Firestarter, good lord, I need some sleep. It's not as good as Firestarter just because the first day of this mission is up to chance that you will get the train heist. So you could spend 5-6 rounds doing these transport missions before you get this, meaning you spend a substantial amount of time just waiting for this to pop up, whereas Firestarter, pretty standard. You just load it up and 20 minutes later you have $1.2 million. This one, you're going to fire up a few games before you get to this, and then you're going to stealth this for a while. Now, if it weren't up to chance that you would get the intel to get this mission, I would say that this would be a good one to farm cash, because essentially what you could do is solo the first day like I have in the previous video, then solo stealth this completely, open up the lobby, and have everybody help you move all those shells. That wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't take too long to complete this. But like I said, just because the first day is up to a random chance that the intel will actually be there, it may not be better than Firestarter. Now that's just my opinion. You guys might have a different one. That doesn't mean to say I won't be using this to farm cash, because I really do like this mission. It's kind of refreshing to have a new stealthing mission, and it's something new. And I'm starting to get a little burned out on farming Firestarter, so I like the fact that I could spend maybe a little bit of extra time, you know, stealthing this and still get a solid payout. So the rest of the gameplay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward after we take down our final guard here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the payout after I move all the bags and things like that. And then at the end of the video, I'll give you a quick glimpse of the build. The build will be down in the description. The loadout I am using the new, was it the Gerber Kurz or Gruber Kurz? Booger Kurz? Booger Kurz? I can't remember how to pronounce it. Gerber baby? I don't remember. Using the new pistol along with my Car 4. The only reason I was using my Car 4 is because I do not have suppressors on any of the other primaries. Don't need a saw. So I just brought the Car 4 just because that was the only one I have with a cam on. So as you're going to see here, also some other tricks about this mission that you guys have informed me about or taught me. You can see what is inside the train car by looking underneath the cracks like I am doing here. Just a little bit easier in identifying where all the safes are. Other things too, if you really want to just be cheesy and get this done faster, you can pull the ammo shells and the turret from the side of the train. You don't actually have to get past the vault. which is kind of cheesy, and I didn't do it here because I wanted to show you that it is still possible to do this 100% solo stealth legitimate, though it might be faster to pull some of that loot from the side of the train rather than waiting for all the vaults to be drilled. Up to you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys how to play your game. I just wanted to show you the 100% legitimate way to do it. So, yeah. As you can see here, as I opened up the door, I found this guard. And at the time, I had thought I had already taken out 6 guards. I thought I was screwed. For some reason, I was trying to intimidate him, which was probably the worst idea possible, seeing as he could have thrown me into custody really fast, but didn't. But I lucked out and counted incorrectly and was able to kill this guy and answer his pager, which would have been my 4th pager. So the rest of the gameplay, guys, is just me moving the ammo shells and then eventually getting them to that last safe that had the turret, in which I saved my final jammer to throw down just in the event that there was a guard inside that safe. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch the end of this and the payout and take a glimpse at my build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to leave a comment and a rating. It really helps as far as for people being able to find this video. Other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you in some more Payday 2 videos. Hope everybody has a great week. We will catch you guys later. That thermal drill, go get it. Kauka.
Almost to the vault door. Get ready. Great. There it is. Disassemble it and move the pieces out. Guys, you need to get those pieces to the pickup.
I'll be there in 2.